Good morning everyone. It's Chandrakala and today we will learn about electric potential and electric potential difference. So before starting this topic, we have to revise some concepts from our previous classes. That means in work, energy and power, we have studied definition of potential energy. And the definition was the amount of work done in bringing a body from infinity to that point. That point means a point on the earth's surface where we want to bring that body. Infinity to that body is known as potential energy. And here same things we are going to define for a charge, so it will be electrical potential. So before starting the topic, we have to learn one word, that is electrostatic force. We have studied basic types of forces. Okay, even in last class we have discussed some things about these basic forces found in nature. One was gravitational force, about which we have already discussed in detail, and next one is electrostatic, then strong nuclear, and then weak nuclear. So right now we are discussing about electrostatic force. Electro means electricity or charge. Static means stationary. Force means force. That means electric force between charged bodies at rest is known as electrostatic force. That means two bodies are at rest but they are having some charge. Those bodies are charged bodies and the force between them is known as electrostatic force. Gravitational force is always attractive because masses are always positive. Mass of a body cannot be negative. Masses cannot change sign. It will be always positive. So gravitational force is always attractive. But we know about charges. Charges can attract each other and they can also repel each other. That means electrostatic force can be attractive and can be repulsive. So first of all, we will write this definition. Electrostatic force is electric force between charged bodies at rest. Okay, and obviously it can be attractive and it can be repulsive depending on symbols. That means both the charges are same kind of charges or different kind of charges. Okay, but here why we are discussing this is we will need one concept about gravitational force. We have studied formula F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square, and we know what is that. Similarly, for electric force also we have one formula, that is F is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 upon r square. If you will compare it by gravitational force, you will remember that we had learned something like that regarding gravitational force, and then we got a formula G m1 m2 upon r square, where G was universal gravitational constant, m1 and m2 were the masses of bodies, and r was distance between them, square of distance or separation between them. Similarly, the electrostatic force is directly proportional to both the charges along with the symbol, because we know here both the masses will be always positive, but this is not so in this case. Here both the charges can be positive, both the charges can be negative, or one can be positive, one can be negative. So we have to take the charges along with the symbols. And similarly, as we always do in physics, when we will remove this proportionality symbol, we will get here one constant K, Q1 Q2 upon r square. This is electrostatic force, formula for electrostatic force, where K is constant. And this K also has constant value, as here we are having G as constant value, and this constant value is equal to 9 into 10 raised to power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. This we can derive from here. Take this Q1 Q2 here upon r square, then we can derive this unit. as we did in the gravitational force. So this is also known as Coulomb's law because it was given by him, and obviously then this K is known as Coulomb's constant, as here this is related with gravitational law, so it is known as gravitational constant, this is known as Coulomb's constant. And what we have to remember here is, if the charges are opposite charges, then obviously they will attract each other. Force between them will be attractive and symbol for force will be negative. Okay, because one of these must be negative, one should be positive and another should be negative, then only it will be attractive, otherwise it will become repulsive. And if the charges are same, that means like charges are there, then it will be repulsive, and in that case F will be positive. That means either both will be positive, so product of two positive charges will be positive, and or both will be negative, then product of two negative charges will also be positive. So in that case it will be repulsive. So this is actually a new thing here, which we have to remember, that the electrostatic force can be attractive and it can be repulsive depending on the nature of the charges taken. So it can have a negative sign or it can have a positive sign. If it is having a negative sign, that implies that it is attractive force, and obviously the charges are of opposite nature, both the charges are of opposite nature. And if the force is positive, then obviously that means the force is repulsive and the charges are of same kinds, so it is having positive symbol. Now after this concept we can start our topic, that is electric potential energy. First, electric potential energy. Okay, so what we were discussing, here we have seen that it is inversely proportional to R square, and here we discussed that when one body is kept at infinity and one body is kept on the surface of the earth, then initially there is no force of attraction between them, because gravitational force was only attractive. But even though there will be no attraction, no repulsion between them, because separation between them is very large. They are very far away from each other and it is inversely proportional to distance between them. So the force was zero. Similarly, if we will put a charge Q here at infinity, and if we will put a source charge here, capital Q, source charge means there is a large amount of charge, that is known as source charge. That means this is a very small charge. Small charge means 1 coulomb or 2 coulomb, like that, whereas it is having a large amount of charge. So if we will put here large amount of charge, then obviously charges can be of same kinds and charges can be of opposite types. Okay, if you will fix this charge, you are saying that this is source of positive charge. And if this charge is also positive, if you want to bring this charge from infinity to a point here in vicinity of this source charge Q, vicinity means nearby this Q. If you want to bring this charge Q nearby your source charge, then obviously you will have to do some work, because right now this charge is also positive, this charge is also positive. Now there are two things. If it is at infinity, there is no force of attraction or repulsion. So obviously if you have to bring this charge from here to here, you will have to do some work. Okay, after bringing here also you have to do some work. And if it is negatively charged, then initially we have to do some work. Later it can get attracted by the source charge. And in that condition, the source charge will do work by itself, because they are having opposite nature. They are unlike charges. But still, what is the conclusion? Work should be always done, whether both the charges are of same kinds or both the charges are of different kind. In both the conditions, either we will have to do some work or the source charge will itself do some work. So the conclusion is to bring a charge from infinity to a point. A point means the same as we discussed about mechanical energy. A point, that means a point near the source charge where we want to bring this charge. So the amount of work done in bringing this charge from here to vicinity of the source charge, that amount of work done is known as electric potential energy. And if we will divide this electric potential energy by Q, that means if we want to find it out for per unit charge, the amount of work done per unit charge, then it will become electric potential. Okay, that's why this electric potential energy was necessary to explain. This is electric potential energy. Electric potential energy is equal to work done in bringing this charge from infinity to the required point, or infinity to that point in vicinity of this charge. But this is not our topic. Our topic is electric potential. Okay. And electric potential is, as I said, if we will divide this electric potential energy by charge, that means we want to find out work done per unit charge, then it is known as electric potential. So electric potential, which is denoted by V, first I will write, denoted by V. So electric potential is the amount of work done per unit charge. Charge you can denote by small q or capital Q as you wish. So per unit charge, the amount of work done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to that point is known as electric potential. Now, before discussing the definition, there are two terms which we have to understand. First one is test charge. Here one word is given, test charge. That means the amount of work done per unit charge in bringing a positive test charge from infinity to that point. So this test charge means actually a small amount of charge. So small that it does not affect the presence of other charges. That means its attraction or repulsive effect is so small that it does not the other charges which are present or which we are taking into consideration, those charges are not getting affected by its attraction and repulsion. So here test charge means a very small positive charge with positive or negative, a small charge which does not affect the presence of other charges. Okay, and per unit charge means, you know, that is divided by Q. So the definition of electric potential is electric potential at a point is defined as the amount of work done per unit charge. In bringing a positive test charge from infinity to that point. Okay, so concept we have already discussed. That means if a positive test charge, that means a small amount of positive test charge is placed at infinity and a source charge is placed here, and we want to bring this charge Q nearby this source charge Q here in vicinity of this charge Q. That means we have to bring this unit test charge from here to here. Okay, defined as the amount of work done. Obviously we will have to do some amount of work, because either there will be a repulsive force. In that condition we will have to do work on the body, and if these are of different kinds, that means this we have already specified that this will be always positive test charge. That means you can change the nature of this charge. This is just for a standard definition. nothing else. If you will take it negative, you can take it positive or you can take it negative. Accordingly, there will be attraction and repulsion between them. So either we will have to do work or the charge will do work by itself if they are having attraction between them. So in both the conditions, the work will be done per unit charge. That means you have to divide the total work done by charge. Work done per unit charge. Per unit charge in bringing a positive test charge from infinity to that point, to any required point in the vicinity of this charge Q. That is known as electric potential, which is denoted by capital V. Okay. Now, one more thing is denoted by V and it is a scalar quantity. That means obviously it will not have direction. Okay. If the amount of work done, we want to find it out from here, then the amount of work done in bringing a test charge from infinity to that point will be equal to potential or electric potential at that point into total charge. Then we will get the amount of work done and it will be a scalar quantity. Now if we will talk about its unit, then we know that V is equal to W upon Q, and W has SI unit as joule and Q, that is charge, so it will be coulomb, and joule per coulomb is known as volt. So the unit, SI unit of electric potential is volt. Okay. One important thing we have to see here, which we have already discussed right now, and that is potential difference V or electric potential. Whenever we are saying potential or potential difference, that means we are talking about electric potential or electric potential difference, because here we are studying about electricity. So that electric potential will be positive, okay, for vicinity of positive charge. Okay. And one more thing, that is electric potential will be negative for vicinity of negative charge. Okay. And we will write two more important things here. What we are saying, we are talking about this because here we have already specified that your test charge is positive charge. That means here we have already specified it for the standard definition of the potential difference. Here we have choice. We can take this source charge as positive or negative. And if we are taking this as positive, then the work done or the potential will be obviously positive. Because right now, before some time, we have discussed that if there are same type of charges, then the work done will be positive. So here the potential will be positive, and if you will take this negative, then the potential will be negative. So in vicinity of negative, it will be negative, otherwise it is positive. And if you remember from work energy part, there also we have in the same concept of potential energy and kinetic energy, we discussed one thing, that is when the work is done on the body, then the work done will be always positive, and if the work is done by the body, then the work done is always negative. This we have already discussed there. Okay, so here if both the charges are of same kinds, then work must be done on the body. That means we have to do some work to bring this charge from here to here, because they are having same charges. At infinity they will not have any kind of attraction or repulsion, and after infinity also they will have repulsion only. So we will have to do work. That means we are doing work on the body when they are of same type. So the work done will be positive. And if the charges are of different type or unlike charges are there, then initially we will have to do some work. Later, due to attraction between them, the work will be done by the body itself. That means this source charge and this charge will attract each other, and the work will be done by the source charge automatically. We will not have to do any kind of work. So here the work is done by the body, so it is negative, and when the work done will be negative, then the potential will be negative. And if here the work is done on the body, so the work done is positive. Work done is positive, hence the potential is also positive. We have already discussed that electric potential is equal to work done upon charge, work done per unit charge. So its unit will be joule per coulomb, and which will be equal to volt. So obviously now we will have to define 1 volt. If we want this 1, then this should be 1 and this should also be 1. So 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. That means 1 volt of electric potential is required if 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to that point. And here again, that point means the required point. That means when 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to that particular point, then it is having a potential or electric potential of 1 volt. This is definition of its SI unit. Rest of the things we will see in the next class. Thank you.